Hi, hello, and welcome to Leo's Little Budget. My name is Leo, and this is my cash budgeting and debt payoff channel. And in today's video, we have got a debt progress update. It is April the 23rd, which means exactly a month since our last one of these that we did. It's very nearly the end of the pay cycle. I am paid on the 28th of every month, so this is the perfect time to sort of do this as everything has been paid within the month. So we're going to get straight into it and get some numbers onto paper. I have got my cheat sheet off of the side. I have got a raging hormone headache, so we might be a little bit disjointed, a little bit chaotic, just for a change. So those of you who have been here for these debt updates before will notice that this is now 7 debts instead of 6. However, equally, it's not. I've just split something out just to make it a little bit easier to check the progress of something, because the way it was before was sort of throwing me out now that I've made some payments. So, as ever, our Asda card is at 0. So we're starting with my personal debt. Asda card is still at 0. We haven't put anything back onto this card. Equally, this is the same for PayPal number 1. These are paid off and completed, and nothing has been put back onto them. So this is where we get the change. So my Vanquis card, which is a 0% card, the totals that I had on this before included the flights that are on it for my daughter's cheer competition. However, from this month I have decided to separate those out. I wasn't including the flights originally because the flights I want to have paid off by the 31st of July when the cheer season finishes. However, the numbers are sort of throwing things a little bit off balance. So I've just decided to put it in and to include it going forward. So the Vanquis element, the element that is actually my own personal debt, is currently £422.26. This has gone down from last month. The flights element, which was the £400 that I wasn't including in the total, is now £385, and this is where it was throwing things. So I thought I'm just going to separate it out, include it as their own things. It's all on 0%. I know exactly how much I'm paying off of flights when, so I can separate them out easily without worrying about interest being added and where it's being added. Loan number 1 has a new start number. This was at £3,030 and some pence last month. It is now at £2,913.19. So this has gone down. This has also gone down, obviously. Loan number 2 is at £2,687.42. This is capital and interest. So once that reaches 0, it reaches 0 properly. PayPal obviously is done. And our second PayPal is down to £54.02. So that has also gone down, which gives us a combined personal debt total of £6,461.89, including the flights. So we are starting to get much closer to that £5,000 start figure. Right, business debt. Business debt number 1 is down to £1,491.13. And business debt number 2 has gone up. So this is now £1,502.02. However, there was such a big change in this number that the overall debt total for this figure has also gone down and is now sitting at £2,900. So again, new start number, £2,993.15, which gives us a combined total. So that's down for the month of £9,455.04, which when we ended last month, including flights, because I did make sure that this figure was accurate, so we ended March with £9,774.38p. We are ending April with £9,455.04. So overall a reduction. This one here, which is my HMRC debt, I still need to make a phone call for this. However, I need to make a separate phone call to HMRC, and I'm really worried that this figure is going to increase exponentially. Those of you who've been here for a while know that I have a lot of struggles in my employed job, and it turns out that HMRC have no record of me ever having worked there, despite the fact that I have a P60 from not last year, the year before. I don't have last year's, and obviously this year's are due to come out. I have asked formally for last year's P60. I still don't have it, so I've got a humongous phone call that I need to make to HMRC. Despite the fact that I have been paying tax, at the moment I don't know where that tax has currently been going. So I've got a really long, really interesting phone call to have with both HMRC and Citizens Advice. So I cannot tackle this until I know what exactly is happening. This is my self-assessment money that I owe to HMRC. So yeah, I will update you guys as I know what's happening. I think I'm going to sit down and make that phone call tomorrow. Hopefully this hormone headache will have disappeared and I can actually function fully, because I need to be present for that conversation. But yeah, that is my progress for end of March into end of April, so for that pay cycle. At the moment there are so many other things going on that I can't throw any extra at debt, other than sort of teeny tiny little bits. I am trying to work on that. I'm trying to bring a load more self-employed income in, however that is hard going. And my 2 jobs that I have in hospitality, I think I have 54 hours at my main job this month, so I've got to have like a minimum of 12-ish, I think, in my second one a week, to be able to cover everything that I need to cover at the moment. However, it is quiet season for that as well. So I'm doing everything that I physically can, whilst also having a child home who home educates, whilst also having a few health things that are going on that are under investigation as well. So it's been a tricky couple of weeks. Yeah, life is lifing, as I say, but we'll see how we go. But yeah, that is our update for the month. Hopefully next month it will be another positive one as well, and we can keep just breaking it down little by little. Progress not perfect is what I say. So yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.